everybody. I just wanted to do a quick update. Um, Hopefully, you get a chance to look at my $5 Friday broadcast that is going into the $5 Friday playlist in about 20 or so minutes. Um, and hopefully, you get a chance to look at that. Tonight, we went pretty retro, did 1997's Fallout. Can't say that I liked it, can't say that I didn't. It was very 1997. It was not at all what I expected. I'd never played it before, so you get to discover me discovering it. Also, talked about the upcoming Avengers trailer or the upcoming Avengers movie from the trailer, and talked a little bit about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But I wanted to talk real fast um, about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's a brilliant game in my opinion. There's quite a number of people who complained and complain and complain. It's not Assassin's Creed. It's not about the assassins. It's not about the Templars. Well, it really isn't, no. But get over yourselves, first off. Um, it's a good game. It's a well thought out story. I found what they did with the with the main quests breaking into three different pieces was just brilliant. It was brilliant. The family piece, the Atlantis piece, and the Cult of Cosmos. Um, I finished that main campaign last weekend. Um, Loved every minute of it. There were some parts of it kind of like, what the hell am I doing that for? But that's every game. I loved every minute of that game. Still cleaning up and still looking very much forward to the continuation of the Legacy of the First Blade, which I talk about in my $5 Friday video, so I'm not going to repeat myself there. Um, and for anyone who complained, this has nothing to do with the Assassin's Creed, well, Legacy of the First Blade fixes that. It really does. Uh, so it's ancient Greece has always been one of my um, favorite settings. The ancient Greek myths and the ancient Greek legends. I'm old enough to remember when Clash of the Titans didn't suck, and take that as you will. I'm not saying the new one sucked. I'm not saying it didn't, and I'm not saying the old one doesn't now either. Uh, Claymation. I it's always been one of my absolute favorite settings. If we ever got a really good King Arthur movie, I think I could die complete. Excalibur was good, and nothing's been good ever since. Um, but to explore the Greek world, to encounter myths, but I won't spoil it for anybody who might be playing it and that hasn't gotten this far. Mythical beasts are quite real in the game, and there's a reason for it. A little science fictiony, but there's a reason for it. Imagine the surprise when I'm running into monsters and I'm going, "Oh, I know where I am from the Odyssey, from Homer's Odyssey." Going, yeah, I know exactly where the hell I am. So it's not as historically accurate as previous games were, or rather, it doesn't rely on historical facts as much. It gets a little bit more loose with the facts. But very, very, very enjoyable game. Huge. It took me just over a month to finish it, and that was pretty steady playing. I had a lot of hours into it, and there's stuff I haven't done yet. There's the minutia stuff, all the stuff, discovering all the islands, sub-regions, doing all the little tasks all over the place. Haven't done those. Am I going to? Yeah, probably. As many as I can. And I never did finish all of Egypt, but as many as I can, I'll finish. I got to make sure I finish all the viewpoints. That's one of the first things I've always done in any Assassin's Creed game is make sure I do the viewpoints. I think that's half the fun is finding all these places to look at the amazing artwork these games have provided us for years. Uh, was that my dog in the background? Can you actually see my dog? No. Oh, there he is. There's my Milo. Say hi, Milo. Yeah, you're on. Um, yes. Okay. Come on. Come on. Go be in it. Get in it. Come on. There you go. Here's Milo. Milo, look at the camera, buddy. Jerk. Um, so yeah, as I was saying about the islands, but I do plan on going back, finishing all the sub quests, side quests, even the Alki Beati stuff, which got a little creepy. That dude is a needy little bastard. The historical persons met Herodotus, uh, Socrates, all of them. That's so much fun. I love doing that in those games. I love putting two and two together. Um, One of my favorites of the series is Syndicate talking with Charles Dickens. So it's worth it. It's, if you haven't picked it up, it's worth a pick up. I definitely suggest picking it up. Um, Graphic wise, it's mostly on par with Origins, and a couple spots it actually surpasses Origins. Um, in a couple spots it doesn't graphically. Sound wise, it's so much better in my opinion. The sound is better. The sound was great in Origins. The sound was amazing in Origins. In Odyssey, it's just the next generation up on sound. It's fantastic. Um, the the boat, the ship, the Adrestia. Best part of Assassin's Creed 4 was the boat. Was the hell was it called? Wow, that just escaped my mind. I knew it 10 seconds ago. Was Kenway's ship. It was the sailing that ship, the fighting in that ship was the best part, and it's really that case again. It's so much fun. Ramming speed into something and watch it split in half. Um, I got a hold of an axe. Won't say where again because it's a big spoiler. But when you get it, you're gonna want to hold on to it. I went all the way through Origins saying fuck everything with swords. Wouldn't use anything else. Maybe daggers once in a while, but always use swords. This total on that axe. Oh my god, that the axe was heads and shoulders better than any weapon I've gotten prior in Odyssey. I used that axe from that point, which was about the midpoint to the end of the game. I'm still using it with the first blade. One thing I didn't mention on my broadcast with the Legacy of the First Blade, the boss battle at the end of the first chapter is actually pretty challenging. Um, the boss battles throughout Odyssey were a little weak. They definitely were a little weak. Um, but they were kind of weak in Origins too. Not as weak as killing Stark in Syndicate, but the boss battles were a little too easy throughout Odyssey and Origins. The only time yes, look at the only time that was a little different was if you didn't have good fire protection and some jackass was using fire arrows. Wow, that annoyed the crap out of me more than once. Then I got a hold of the axe. It didn't matter anymore. That impressive. I mean, I was chewing through the mercenaries. But this boss battle was very, very challenging. Well, not very, very challenging. But it was challenging. It was nice to see. It wasn't a I'm going to go rush this guy and fuck him up real fast. You had to use some strategy. You had to be paying attention. Little bastard used smoke pellets, and he used them well. Excuse me. Dry throat. Yes, Milo. Hi. Um, what else? The gameplay, right there with Origins. So it's really simple to use. A couple less button combos, a little more, and a little different ones. I thought they were faster to learn this time around. Um, Real similar inventory system, real similar skill system. Although I do like Odyssey's a little better in general. Um, the only clumsy bit was assigning skills to the directional pad, or not a directional, but to the cross, which ended up being X, Y, A, and B on the Xbox. Um, you could get two levels of melee skills, and that got a kind of a pain in the ass to switch around, and far too often I wanted to do the Spartan kick, and it wasn't happening because I was on the wrong screen. Uh, but the abilities were really cool. The bull rush ability does exactly what it sounds like. Spartan kick. Spartan kick may be my absolute most favorite attack in a video game ever. If you saw 300, you know exactly what the fuck the Spartan kick is. Up on high fortresses, being jumped by half a dozen guys, I could eliminate one or two of them by kicking them off that fortress, and oh, to watch them sail, it was just so much fun. Um, well, I still couldn't bring myself to make Alexius a complete bastard. I just can't be a complete bastard in video games. I could be a complete bastard in a LARP, but I can't. I can never be a complete bastard in video games. Um, yes. Kind of like a strange Dr. Claw here, other than he's not a cat. Behaves like one sometimes, but he's not a cat. Um, so yeah, Odyssey, it's great control. Definitely less of, and this is a problem that has plagued Assassin's Creed from the very beginning. When you were running from somebody and you hit a wall you couldn't climb, and it would take three tries before you stopped trying to climb the fucking wall. And I don't know how many times, especially in Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3. Oh boy, 3 was big for that. I don't know how many times I got my ass handed to me because I couldn't stop that ridiculous climb reflex and stop, you know, looking like I was humping a tree. Still there, not nearly as it's a lot more controllable. If you're doing it this time, it's because you're not paying attention really. So yeah, I did it once or twice. Um, Great mercenary systems, a great nemesis system to go after groups of tiered mercenaries, get to the top with a bunch of rewards. Hunting the cult of Cosmos, which may or may not have something to do with the Templars. We don't know yet for sure. I suspect they do, but I'm not sure how. Hunting the cult of Cosmos was was a lot of fun. I mean, I definitely enjoyed gathering the clues, finding them, killing them, um, especially the ones at sea, because I would just heave through their boats and watch them drown. Also, attacking on a boat using the Spartan kick to knock somebody. If you boarded someone's boat and use the Spartan kick to knock them into the water, you got a pain in the ass elite soldier. That's a real fast kill. Um, yeah. Sorry, he's really distracting. I've been, I want to take him to work with me. Uh, so I'm really glad I got it. Long actually, I got it earlier than launch. It came out early for some of the pre-orders. It came out a day or two early. Um, so I had so much fun playing it. I've never regretted an Assassin's Creed game. Um, Even three, which three is the best story in my opinion because I'm such an American history buff, and I've got family tied to that history. Um, but the combat system in three was really disappointing. It was really, oh, it's fluid. No, it was nightmarish. Um, Quite honestly, Brotherhood has the best combat in the series, whereas three's got the best story, four's got the best setting and the most fun in general, and then Origins and Odyssey are definitely the most advanced and are so much fun. Um, so of course, Assassin's Creed distracted me from Shadows of Mordor, which I'm going to next. So I want to thank everyone who voted in that little poll on my Facebook blog and my Destructoid blog. Shadows of Mordor solidly beat out the other choices. Everyone got at least one vote, but Shadows of Mordor got much more votes. Not a whole lot of votes, but hey, you know what? If you're watching this, please go to facebook.com/horrorchad. That's horrors and horror movie. Go to facebook.com/horrorchad. Like the page. Keep an eye on my reviews. They go there first. Pop over to Destructoid, where I am Aura Chad. Aura by Old LARP. AURACHAD. Um, Subscribe there if you want. Definitely subscribe here. Want to see more subscribers? Give me some comments. Give me some questions. What do you want to see? What do you want to know? I answered a few viewer questions tonight. Hi. Um, yeah, you are really distracting, buddy. He's cute. Um, so yeah, that Assassin's Creed Odyssey, awesome game. Um, my throwback to Fallout tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed in it. I can't say 100% that I didn't like it. I didn't necessarily have a clue what the hell was going on. I've only until now I played a little bit of four when my daughter got it for Christmas. I've never played any of the others, so I wanted to start from the beginning because that's what I do. I get these games. Oh, this is four. I got to play one through three. I don't know if I'm going to do that with the Fallout games. I don't know if I enjoyed it enough, but I'm going to try. I really am. You're very strange, Milo. Please stop that. You're weirding people out, Milo. You're weirding me out a little bit. Yeah. Um, so we'll gonna go launch in the Shadows of Mordor probably this weekend. Hey, maybe as early as tomorrow. Get through that. I started Shadows of Mordor 2 years ago when I got my Xbox One. Maybe 3 years ago now. How many years ago was it? You remember? No, you don't. You just you're just glad when I come home. Um, and then I've got Shadow of War to kick right into. I got that on the Black Friday sale. Uh, I got Dishonored 2, Watch Dogs 1 and 2, all these games, Dragon Age, all these games that I'd gotten as part of my list to play, and I'm looking at these going, I want to play these as much as I want to follow my order. When I just gotten through a shit ton of first person shooters, and I don't like first person shooters. And I played Dead Island, which is also first person, but I had so much fun with that. That was a great game. Um, and it was nice to have that great game because before I played that, I played Darksiders and Dark Souls, and I liked Darksiders. Other than the jumping puzzles got a little ridiculous. And Dark Souls, I don't want to talk about. I don't know how anyone finds that fun. I just don't. So Dead Island was really refreshing, and then I've got Dead Island Riptide, and then Dead Rising, and then Dead Rising 2, and Dead Rising Patient Zero, and I want to play something different. So yay Shadows of Mordor. Although technically Shadows of Mordor isn't a whole lot different than Assassin's Creed 4 in technology wise, because it was about the same release time. So, yeah. So similar game. I like those games. I like the third person combat games. Um, but Fallout was definitely it was it was 1997 graphics. It's funny because at the start of it, I'm looking going 97. I don't remember the game. Obviously I remember the series, but I don't remember it coming out in '97. Um, I don't necessarily remember what I was playing either. primarily in '97. It wasn't Neverwinter Nights yet because Neverwinter Nights wasn't out for another year or two, maybe three, four. Yeah. So I really don't remember what I was playing regularly in '97. Again, it wasn't even Diablo 2. Um, but I know it was also the year we were starting our LARP. So, you know, creating a world, creating rules, testing the shit, dealing with our partners, writing stories, getting everything ready to go. I'm pretty certain that's why I don't remember Fallout. But I do know for certain had I bought Fallout in '97, I would not have liked it. I would not have liked it at all. So I'm glad I didn't. My tastes are much different now. Um, though, no, to this day, the turn-based combat's a little weird. It's a lot weird. Wow. So I just want to do, I always say, oh, I'm going to do a quick update, and this update now is at approximately 21 minutes, 22 minutes. So if you listen to me ramble all through this update, thank you. If you did not listen to me ramble through this update, well, then you're not to this point, are you? Um, so I want everyone to have a great evening. I want everyone to have a great weekend, whether you were here or not for the whole thing. Um, Milo wants you to have a good weekend, buddy. Um, Other than that, we will catch up. Keep an eye on Mixer, orachad slash seven, yeah, slash mixer.com slash orachad74. It's somewhere in the channel description. Um, Keep an eye on that. You'll probably get to see some Shadows of Mordor, maybe some closing AC Odyssey, which I can, temporarily put aside until the chapters come out. Um, Releasing DLC is episodic for the season pass holder, or for everybody, but as a season pass holder, this DLC is episodic. I think is brilliant. I know they did it with Assassin's Creed Tyranny of King Washington, Assassin's Creed 3. I think it's a great idea. It's awesome. It keeps things going. You're not just pushing everything out at once. Um, and it also gives them time to make sure it's a little bit more ironed and polished than what it can be in the past. But so we'll keep in touch and have a fantastic night.